Hi, this is Mike of Nearly Enough Dice. This is the Kerbal space program. Now, I recently unlocked a whole bunch of science. Specifically, it's not letting me choose it. Right, I need to get a probe core out. But I unlocked this thing. The M700 survey scanner. Also brought, well, we'll get to that in a second. So this is for scanning planets for resources. And so I'm going to use it. Now I happen to have a career contract for doing a flyby of Minmus. Oh, I can't find it. So I'm going to combine the two. I'm going to do the flyby of Minmus, and I'm going to also do. I'm going to use that as an opportunity to do a scan. Ooh. So that's what it's going to look like when it's actually operating. Now, I also want to do a whole bunch of other science because this is my first trip to Minmus in this career. So, min altitude 2,500 meters. Okay, that's the thing I'm going to have to remember. So I'm going to have to be at least 2,500 meters. That's the thing when I get to the Minmus. My altitude is going to be over 2,500. 25,000 meters. Writing it down on my Minmus sheet. Oh, I've decided on a name for this because this is actually my last of my silly names. I'm going to have to go and generate some more silly names. Mercury Tiger. So there you go. That's what this is going to be called. What else do I need? I need communications, and because this is the first time to go to Minmus, I want to get all the I want to get high above Minmus and I want to get low above Minmus science, which means I'm going to need 2 of pretty much all the scientific instruments. So what we're going to do, I'm going to grab the 2.5, the 1.5. 1 meter service bay. I could really do with unlocking some service bay items. Now let's open this up. Well, I've never thought of putting a core inside the service bay before. Alright, so there we go. So I'm probably going to put a fairing on top of that to cover all this. So let's go to science. So high above, I'm going to add it to the bay itself. Actually, I think I'm going to make a second service bay. So I'm going to have 2 mystery goos. Alright, so that we're going to get a high above just as soon as I pass through the sphere of influence. I'm going to do goo. I'm going to do gravioli. I'm going to test gravity. I'm going to do the barometer, and I'm going to do temperature. Now, yeah. So as you might be able to guess from the fact that I'm putting 2 everything there, I actually plan to bring this back. I plan to recover all the science. So all of this hopefully, is going to come back. I wonder if I couldn't put the... Oh, that's interesting. I can't seem to separate the... yeah. That's entertaining. I don't know how that... Right, let's change the root node. Wow, the server bay has become the root node. That's extremely weird. Oh well. I was thinking about putting yeah, there's actually some space in there that the probe core could go into, but something's gone wonky, and so I'm not going to do that. Now, what I do know is that this thing here takes a lot of energy. And I'm therefore going to be taking a lot of batteries with me. Where does it tell me about resources? Electricity stored but not generated. Well, I'm going to put some solar panels on pretty much everything in a moment. Here we go. It doesn't actually matter if you put them on the materials bay. At least it doesn't seem to. It doesn't seem to change the or affect the I wonder if it's meant to be red. I'm confused about whether or not this is working actually. Yeah, see now the service. Oh wow. I may just have to accept that as it stands. Or rather, that was all in the service bay, but I can't separate it out. Yeah, that just creates a whole copy of the thing. Oh, has that done what I wanted? Ah, okay. Alright. Okay. So I can now... Alright, okay. Getting somewhere. So now I'm going to try changing the root node to that. I don't know if that's going to work, because I don't... that may horribly clip and thus not be allowed. So let's go back a step. Oh, that's... no, what I've done is I've just deleted the probe core and everything else. Oh no, there we are. So, what I do... Yeah, okay. We'll open that. And we'll close that. Okay, I got there in the end, that's what I wanted. So I've got one service bay that has a ton of everything in it, a ton of batteries, and one service bay that's got all the signs in it. Okay, so this is pretty good. So down the spot. Is it? Trying to remember where heat shields live. Air and aerodynamics, which I thought I'd clicked, but I hadn't. Right, so there's going to be heat shields on the bottom of all this. I'm going to slap this on. I'm going to put some symmetry on. I don't think it actually matters. Nothing concerning about this vessel apart from the fact that there aren't actually any I just want to stop that. Stop. Stop. How do I stop this? Arrgh. Hey, I want to stop. I don't want to make any more fairing. No. I want to place this thing on first, then I can make fairing. You daft thing. Control Z, I think. No! See, I'm actually stuck. I can't, because... Oh no, this is really annoying. I think because that piece is in the way, it won't let me finish off the fairing. Oh, there we go. Okay, so now I want to go back here, delete the fairing, and build it. Oh, I might. Oh, there we go. Go up as far as we can. Do I need to go quite that far out? So I'm going to try that again. Alright, let me get back. Alright, so there we go. So that's the fairing. And we'll just hit save on that. Ooh! Now, is there anything else I want to add to this thing? Oh yes, parachutes, that's what I want to add. How many parachutes? I find out how much the thing weighs at the minute. 2.4 tons. Now, I normally, when I make command pods, 0.8 tons. Oh no, that okay, fine. I should be able to get away with two radial parachutes, which I will place. Yes, which I'll place there, in fact. Will I? Well, what I could do is take those, put them down the bottom, put those up the top. Now, the thing is, I'm adding that to the service bay, so I had a problem before where, even though they seem to be on the outside of the service bay, they may well count as being on the inside of the service bay, and therefore if I try and deploy the parachutes, they may say, oh, you can't because you're inside, you're stowed But that just means I now know that what that means is I'll need to open up the service bays in order to deploy the parachutes. I was thinking of putting the parachutes down there and then flipping the whole thing, because obviously wherever the parachutes are, that's going to be the top when it's falling out the sky. The thing being, the idea that the science is all the stuff I actually want to keep at that point. When I'm coming through the atmosphere, I want the science to stay, because that's why I've got that, and I don't particularly mind if well, I mean, the only reason I'm worried about that is that it's costing me 1,500, but I don't know how much I care about money at this stage. Flyby Minmus. Oh, it's not going to tell me on that screen. It's not going to tell me how much money I'd get for it. Anyway, I want to get this weird thing. I'm suddenly realising it's going to be less money than that, because I'm going to be losing the weight of the less money, less weight. The parachutes are less weight. I'm changing topic here. The parachutes are going to have to cope with less weight because the fairings will in fact have gone away. Alright, so now I want to get this up into... Well, technically I want to get this lot back from Kerbal orbit, from Minmus orbit. And that allegedly is only about 175 meters per second. This is one of the neat things about going to Minmus, is that Minmus has such a ridiculously it's got such a small gravity well that it's actually very easy to get there and back. Well, tell you what, seeing as I'm just going to be flying there and flying back, I might as well use a bigger fuel tank. Try this one. That really should be more than enough. We'll change the body to Kerbal. Got quite a lot of delta V. Very low thrust to weight ratio when I'm around Kerbal. When I'm around Minmus, I've got much more of a thrust to weight ratio, so I think that's going to be fine. It might be a pain to get it from Kerbal orbit. That might be a bit of a long burn. What's the transfer? The transfer is 1,197, and I've got 1531. So that is going to be a long burn. Because obviously it's just going to be a big chunk of that. So that's probably going to be like four-ish minutes to burn all that, to do the transfer burn from Kerbal. Oh well, now we just need to get this thing into orbit. Whoop, so we will chuck on a... Oh no, I need a separator. I need a separator, I forgot that. There we go. And it's saying I don't have any delta V, and I was like, what? But there's a reason for that. Is that the engine and the separator are in the same... There we go. Now that should give me at least 200-300 delta V more And as a it's 175. It says to get back from Minmus to Kerbal, so and I'm going to have more than that. So I should have enough to be able to adjust my orbit and do all the stuff I need. That should be fine. So I'm going to want another separator here. I hate those joins there, they always look stupid. And you always worry whether or not they're actually, you know, going to fail. There we go. If in doubt, struts. Now we're going to go back to Kerbal and atmospheric, because this is going to be our orbital stage. I'm wondering if I don't want to just be unsubtle and chuck on some things. Don't need that big an engine at that stage. What am I thinking of at this stage? What am I doing? Poodle would be too small. Doodle would be too small. Skipper is going to be quite overpowered at that level. I don't really have anything in the middle. I mean, obviously I've got these little tiny things, but those are underpowered. So basically I go from 215 thrust to 600 odd. It doesn't seem to be too many things in the middle. Yeah, I'm not going to use that. Go 1500. Alright, so skipper it is. That's worth about 2.5. So that's not a bad kind of upper atmosphere stage. See if I do this. That is probably going to be good enough, to be perfectly honest. I'm just going to add something from the utility menu. Which I thought I could add in here. thought I could add a torch, a light in here, just in case I... Oh well, I'll work it out. I thought having a light around here somewhere might have been useful. So in theory, I think this will work. I mean, I'll want to put some fins on. Where's my center of mass line? Put those winglets on. My thrust to weight ratio starts off at 1.2, which is pretty good. It's also, I mean, I don't know whether I'm getting a good feel for this, but the proportions feel about right. Whether that means anything at all, I don't know. So I'll just lob on. Maybe not quite that many. We'll adjust our staging, make sure our staging is correct. So those will go at the same time as that, then that engine, which will then separate. I might as well put those in the same, so I'll want that to fire as soon as that separates. I might not want that to fire as soon as that separates, so I'll leave that as it is for the moment. And I'm going to want that to separate when I'm finally in back around Kerbal, and then I'll deploy the chutes. That is going to go into one of the action groups. I'm going to put into brakes. Did I just do that? No. I could have put it into gear, I guess. But just something, because I'm going to want to activate that at about 20k. Right, right, I think... Don't launch before now. Now, okay, there's a bit of a question whether 36,000 Delta V is enough. I think it is. Might put... I'm just going to put a little bit more on. At this bottom, not quite that little. What happens if I do this? That gives me quite a lot. That's probably way more than I need. This is I want, because I'm going to want to change my orbit inclination when I get into orbit. I'm having. Yeah, so I'm going to go with that. Right. Turns out to be a failure, turns out to be a failure. Why is it a 60 grand rocket? I wonder if I might have been able to make it entirely with 1.5. Meh. Also, those are slightly off kilter. There we go. Okay, this is the Mercury Tiger. I think that's going to work. I suppose there's issues about have I made a great big huge long rocket that is going to be very difficult to control, as I very often do. That may or may not help. But launching this should be okay. I don't see too many difficulties. So I think we're just going to have to meet on Minmus and see how it goes. Ooh, that was huh. That was interesting. I'm going to offset those, and I'm just going to, because suddenly realised the fins were going to hit, so I'll just do that one. Anyway, enough of that nonsense. I'm probably not going to do the launch because editing these things is a pain in the bottom. So thanks so much for watching. Hit like and subscribe if you're enjoying these videos. Please find Nearly Enough Dice at nearlyenoughdice.com. We're also on Twitter and Facebook. Just search for Nearly Enough Dice there and you'll find us. And finally, until next time, reach for the stars.